Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here he goes. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Here's Balmaro. And there's the screen. And a strong finish with two hands.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And that one's good. So it's the home team now. And now just over a minute played here in the first. To the inside, Mirotic, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Pass to Bellinelli. The shot. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit. So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, it's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
First team foul.
Here's Balmaro. Three-pointer, no good.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Here's Bellinelli to the left wing. And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 9.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
And this is right in his wheelhouse. Hitting the boards and cashing in.
Already, I mean, we are seeing the full range of his skill set on display. Get ready for a big-time game from this guy.
He takes it in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. Misses the 3. Down low. Off with the layup.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play. The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach, who told me that one key will be holding James Harden in check. He said they don't want to let Harden get too much penetration, and when he does drive the lane, they're going to shade him left and force him into his weaker right hand. It's a strategy teams have used on Harden before, so we'll see how effective it is tonight.
Thank you for that, Allie. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Can't hit from in close. It's been a couple of minutes since they led in this game.
Oh, they'd love to change that here.
Fires it. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. for three. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5. 15 seconds left in the first. Here's Mirotic. On target from range. He's got 5.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Bellinelli. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Up by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And it's Morgan in at the point. And it's off from three-point range. In transition, here they come. Picked it out of midair. Pass to Brooks. Checked by Tucker. That three's off the mark. And there's a pick. Here's the three. First shot won't go.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Brooks. Uses the glass on the layup. Brooks has gotten his first basket of the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Tucker. And he drives in. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Deflected. Shot's good by Kaycock.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. They set the pick. Three-pointer, Brooks. Zizic with the rebound. And there's the drive to the middle. Here's Kaycock. And the layup is good off the glass.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. This one for three. Hits the three-pointer.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Morgan. No points so far. Gets the three ball to go.
No defender within 5 feet of him. Just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Brooks, the pass to McCormick. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
And here's Tucker driving inside. Sends it home from three-point land.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
1:41 left to play in the first half. Fires from deep. That shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Inside, Zizic. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. He's off on the second. A 7-point spread. To the paint. Off target at the rim.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Pass to Kaycock. to the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Brooks with the rebound. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And here comes the break. They get it back to the wing on the left. Puts up a three. Doesn't go for him.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Inside. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Checked by Tucker. Let's go with a three. Zizic with the rebound. Tucker inside. And slam dunk by Tucker.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. So we conclude the first half. Up 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for joining. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright,
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the visiting team. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. A deep three. The shot, no good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Down low. Here's Mirotic. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
Here's Bellinelli. He's off on the layup. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play, drains the triple.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Balmaro grabs the board. To the inside. Here's Mirotic. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus. Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
And the three-pointer goes.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. To win the run. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul, second team foul.
That free throw misses.
Line for your home team, number 32. Taking 2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And it's blocked. Pass to Balmaro. The 3 is up. Kept alive. Tries again. Can't hit that one. Here's Bellinelli. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bellinelli's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Three-pointer. That shot off. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's the pick. To win the cold spell. He can't hit that time.
Some of it's good defense, and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out.
Three-pointer off the mark. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Counted from distance. Balmaro's got 5. They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Mirotic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Good on the shot. 5 points in the game.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 18. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Bellinelli, down to 5 on the shot clock. Doesn't go there. Now he's 6 for 9. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
They set the pick. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2, number...
And he drops the first. So he gets them both. Here's Morgan. And the bucket is good.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Brooks outside. There's a screen. Fires for three. That shot, no good. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Tucker, the pass to Kaycock. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Pass to McCormick. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. These days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written. Offensively, they're really struggling here in the second half. The missed shots continue to pile up, and their field goal percentage is way down.
Here's Tucker. Takes it inside. Got a hand on it. Tipped. Out to the wing. To the wing, right side. Takes a three. Connects from downtown.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Check by Tucker to stop the run. Pure from three-point range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And he banks in the layup.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Tucker's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Three-pointer, Brooks. Morgan with the rebound. Brooks has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Zizic with the rebound. Tucker against Brooks. And Tucker gets it to go. Tucker's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
No good on the triple. The three. Here's Zizic. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Brooks. No good. Unable to win this run. 1:10 left in the final quarter. Here's Zizic. Got a piece of it. The three ball. Morgan with the rebound. Launches it from deep. Here's Zizic. The layup off target. Lets it go from deep. The shot comes out. Outside Tucker. Over to the left wing. Pass to Kaycock. And here's Tucker from deep three-point land. They get it again. Here's Zizic. Banked it in off the glass.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Now Brooks puts up a deep three. That one doesn't drop.
We all know he's a good shooter, But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by step.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They set the pick. With the drive. Rebounded by Papagiannis. And James with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by James.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Fires for three. Traps in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Papagiannis passes to Korkmaz. Launches it. Rebounded by Balmore. Inside. Here's Mirotic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Korkmaz. The screen from Brown. Here's the three. Korkmaz, no good. Here's Balmore. James defending. Just 5 to shoot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He has 5.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Here's Brown. And nothing is falling for him right now. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Pass to Papagiannis. Down low. And a missed layup. Here's Balmore. James defending. There's the triple. Hands it from downtown. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw.
James at the line for 2.
And the second free throw, good. It's a 5-point game. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Here's Korkmaz. Brown controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. For 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. On the wing, James. For the 3. And the 3 ball is good. James has got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Shields trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Takes the 3. That one also missed for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Korkmaz kicks to James. Back to Korkmaz. James outside. Drops in the layup for 2. James has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From outside the arc, Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Korkmaz. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Over to the wing. Shields. Off target from three-point range. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Diallo out there at Corniche, and it's a Kobo in at the 2. Driving in, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. On Friday, and then on Tuesday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Puts up a deep 3. Corniche with the rebound. And here's Diallo. Pass to Okobo. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Okobo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's the screen. Here's McCormick, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Not getting open.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Your home team, McCormick. 1 shot. The play will be reviewed. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Drives to the hoop. Out to Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the middle. Here's Corniche. Stolen by Brooks. He takes it in. It's hauled in by Diallo.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Gozer. Still scoreless. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Corniche. Back to Diallo. The 3. Drills it from outside. Diallo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession, and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. And you take a look at this home team, they still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
When you look at this visiting team, they've been fighting through some things, pushing to find answers. but they do remain a dangerous team that others probably still fear playing. And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
Over to the left wing. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Will it go? Corniche with the rebound.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
There's a screen by Modiunas. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And he gets the bucket. Brooks has got his first points in this one.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Diallo the pass to Okobo. Lets it go. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The Diallo's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
A 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
Okobo's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Brooks. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Diallo, a 3-pointer off the mark. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Modiunas passes to Diallo. Misses from short range. And stolen by Diallo. Pass to Okobo. Here's Corniche. And the first half is now in the books. They lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the visiting team. And that is our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at James. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Mirotic, a screen on James. Beyond the arc. Korkmaz grabs the miss. They've got James down out there with Korkmaz, and it's Calathes in at the point. James way outside. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
From deep, James. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Shields. His 3-pointers off the mark.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And here's James outside. Good, great play by Calathes to set it up. James has got 11.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Balmaro. Scoreless thus far. Brown against Mirotic. From the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Kicks it out to James. Stolen. Fast break. Here they come. Shields finishes the break with a slam.
I'll tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
James in the post. Here's Calathis. And it's off from three-point range. Fires the three. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brown. That one no good.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
It's deflected. Shields uses both hands to slam it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Calathis. Nothing on the board. Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
He hits the second from the line. Shields. No good off the front iron.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Calathis kicks to Korkmaz. In the corner, it's Calathis. James outside. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. James has got 14 points for the game.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Paul Moore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Calathis. Korkmaz passes to Calathis. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Paul Moore. Off target with his three. It's tipped. And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Here's Korkmaz. Hasn't made one yet. Brown deciding where to go with it. And the dunk by Brown.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Calathis kicks to James. Jacks up a three. Trains the three-pointer. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They're up by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On out there at Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the center position. Here's Corniche. Pass to Diallo. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Quizair passes to McCormick. To the left wing. Launches a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Corniche, the pass to Okobo. Lets it go with the 3. That shot missing. Brooks outside. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. From the top of the key. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Here's McCormick to the paint. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Brooks covering. Pass to Moniunas. Here's a Kobo. 6 to shoot. Got it. Good job in the low post.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Brooks right side. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Okobo, that's good. Okobo's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Out to the wing. From past the arc. Moniunas grabs the miss. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Stripped away. To the inside. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth. Driving the lane. And it's Okobo missing.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Here's McCormick. Count it. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Got a hand on it. Brooks, the best at Quizair. To tie it up, and it's denied. And he gets it back. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. No good on the layup. Here's Okobo. Brooks covering. And it's Okobo missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCormick passes to Brooks. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Inside, McCormick. Money! A huge shot to tie it up.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Brooks covering.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
First team foul.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Oh, missed it. Here's Gozer. From deep, Brooks. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. We've got Brown. James is out there with Korkmaz, and it's Papagiannis in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Balmoro. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Gets it to go. That one good from Papagiannis.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Pass to Balmoro. Clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Korkmaz kicks to Coathis. Papagiannis passes to Coathis. Now here's James. Pass to Coathis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Here's Balmoro. James covering. A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Connects from three-point range.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And there's the try. Off target at the rim. Brown against Mirotic. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Brown's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Shields. It's in!
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside, James. Here's Papagiannis. Back to James. It's up a 3. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Driving inside. Rebounded by Papagiannis. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Down low. Can't cash in. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Brown. It's stolen. Shields. It falls! But hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. And they are going to have to review the call. They originally ruled it no.
previous plays.
And the calls come in. The basket was indeed too late, and this game is going to keep going.
You know, at first I thought maybe he did get it off before the buzzer, but the camera doesn't lie. And here we go again, guys. Another overtime.
And so... And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Here's Cozier. He's guarded by Diallo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team, Cozier, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. Now here's Yunus. Tight defense on him. Going inside. It's deflected. Now here's Brooks. He's covered closely.
Away team foul. Yunus, second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's a Kobo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Here's Brooks. There's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Pass to Okobo. Brooks covering. Here's Corniche. Five on the clock. The three. Diallo, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Here's Cozier. Out to Brooks. There's the screen. And he comes up with the deuce.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
McCormick with the rebound.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Corniche has gone 2 or 3 from the field. And it goes out of bounds. The last touch by Diallo. Here is Brooks. 4 on the clock. The tray. Corniche with the rebound.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul.
Number 32, first personal foul, fourth team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ballgame.
That'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, and they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Here's Diallo. No good on the three.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And so they get the victory here at home. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Nope.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Bellinelli. 5 to shoot. There's a screen from deep. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Outside, Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Back to James. Ooh, ripped away. And here's the fast break. The three sinks it from distance.
We talk about the importance of shooting while in rhythm. He feels confident doing this from downtown on the break.
Brown gets the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
There's the drive. Pass to Bellinelli. Fires the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
James passes to Korkmaz. Here's Brown. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
With the drive. Basket's good. 5 points in the game. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Can't get it to fall.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
To the left side wing. No good on the three. Driving to the basket, and the jam by Brown.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. From the arc. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Kalathis. 6 to shoot. Right wing. There's the three. Not going to go that time. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Korkmaz. It's James on the wing. Hits the trifecta.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Away team foul. James. First personal foul. First team foul.
.125 left in the first. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 12 points for him.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
No good with a layup. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
Fires the three. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. 46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Knocked loose. It's stolen by James. And they're on the run by himself. Rips down the breakaway slams.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
Driving in. Basket counts.
Oh, he's on the attack, hitting 6 of his last 7.
Soft touch off the glass.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
They set a pick. Defended by Brown. Beyond the arc. Drops in the three. The visitors with the ball. What if it goes? And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. They lead by 7. And quarter number 2 will get underway. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
And it's Kaycock in at the 4 slot. Here's Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Corneille passes to Diallo.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Akobo, checked by Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Matajunas. Diallo outside from behind the arc. Morgan with the rebound. From downtown, they grab their own miss.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
There's a screen. The ball's knocked loose. Right side, Tucker. Pass to Zizic. Here's Morgan. There's the triple. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Here's Akobo. Yet to see a basket. Jacks up a 3. And he can't get that one.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Q2 and about 2 minutes in. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. To the left side wing. Goes back up. And Tucker lays it in.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The visitors with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Matajunas. Q2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Akobo. He buries it from 3.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Here's Morgan. From deep. It's hauled in by Kaycock. Covered by Diallo. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
5 on the clock. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen. No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
They set the screen. Covered by Diallo. Here's Kaycock. The rebound by Diallo. Here's Akobo. Checked by Tucker. Got it.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Going inside. 1:02 left to play in the second quarter. Plenty of room to knock down that one. 52 seconds left in the first half of this game. Now here's Diallo. Defense is right there, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Tucker. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Here's a Kobo, checked by Tucker.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Team foul.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half of this one. Into the lane. Comes up empty down low. Here's a Kobo from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Kaycock. The three is up. That one no good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
I'm impressed they're still in this. They've done some good things tonight, but the three-point shooting is not one of them.
And that could...
Now let's change gear. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
On the take. And he converts the layup. 16 points for him.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
James outside. Brown inside. Pass to James. For 3. Korkmaz, no good. Drives to the hoop. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First team foul.
Lets the 3 fly. That's no good. Now he's 7 for 9. Now here's Brown. Defense right on him. Here's Korkmaz. Here's James. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. James has got 5.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Releases. Hauled in by Brown.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Launches it. And it's James with the 3. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Defended by Brown.
Away team foul. Papagiannis. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's the home team now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's the screen. Clock at 6. 11 feet out.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
For 3, James. The shot that time not on target. Defended by Brown. Off the mark there with a 3. James outside. to Korkmaz. Out to the right wing. Here's Kalathis. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Here's Bellinelli. Launches the three. Knocks down the triple. Bellinelli's got 6.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Korkmaz passes to Brown. To the middle. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Ooh, poked away. On the break. Takes it inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
At the line for
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
To the left wing. 1:03 left in the third quarter.
first personal foul, first team foul.
1:02 left in the third. James outside. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. No good on the shot. Here's Bellinelli. 6 points for him. Oh, from deep. Sinks the tray. He has 6. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. 19 seconds left in the third. No good from outside.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
James, that's good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Leading by 9. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Yep, that one's good. On Tuesday and then on Sunday.
In that game against Athens, this is one we've all been waiting for. 2 of the best teams in the league going at it. And you know whoever wins is going to be viewed as a finals contender.
And it's Kaycock in at the 4 spot. Here's Morgan, covered by Diallo.
Away team foul. Okobo. Second personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Morgan. To the paint. Here's Kaycock. Outside Tucker. Tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Diallo.
He set that trap up perfectly. I mean, he had the inside-out pass scouted and jumped right on it. Plays like that will make their comeback bid a real one.
Tucker with a screen on Diallo. Tipped away. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Second personal foul, first team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good.
Okobo at the line for 2.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Covered by Diallo. Pass to Morgan from behind the arc.
Away team foul. Diallo. First personal foul, second team foul.
Now Tucker. Here's Morgan. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Tucker. It's hauled in by Okobo. Here's Corneli. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First free throw is good.
Corneli taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Tucker. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Kaycock. Covered by Diallo. Clock at 4. Here's Kaycock. Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't go that time.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Okobo. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take the lead? We'll have to see.
Got a piece of it. In transition for 3, Diallo. Unable to get that one.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
He takes it in. Back to Tucker to end the drought. Fires in the triple.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Back to Diallo. The 3. Morgan with the rebound.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Corneli. Diallo outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
For the away team, number 32. 2 shots.
Good on both.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Here's Morgan. Pass to Kaycock. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. Shot's good by Morgan.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
The visitors with the ball. Trailing by 8. Okobo, no good. 46 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Covered by Diallo. The shot misses.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Driving in. Corneli. Soft touch off the glass. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Tucker. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaFord.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Hackett, the pass to Shingeli. This one for three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Shields sinks the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Hackett. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Mirotic, the screen. Into the lane. Pass to Bologna. No good on the triple. Here's Sangelia, and he slams it one-handed.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
To the middle. Mirotic passes to Bologna. Mirotic, a screen on Bellinelli. Bologna's shot is off. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Lays it up off the glass.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
There's a good screen. To the paint. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Here's Mirotic. And Mirotic throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Hackett, the pass to Shingeli. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Shields. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Mirotic, a screen on Bellinelli. Hits it from 3-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Hackett, the pass to Shingeli. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Shingeli's got 9.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Pass to Mirotic. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
In the corner, it's Bellinelli. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Hackett. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Bellinelli. Still yet to score. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Balmaro. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 5. And don't go away. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
We've got Courtney, and it's Morgan in at the one.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And it ends up out of bounds.
Away team's ball.
On defense, the home team. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Quizair passes to McCormick.
Boy, they are having major struggles from the floor.
Off with the layup. Here's Morgan. Three-pointer. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Quizair. Pass to McCormick. 6 to shoot. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Shoots. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Tucker. Oh! He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Misses in close. Here's Zizic. Still without a basket. There's the try. And Tucker slams it in.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Morgan. McCormick with the rebound. Guarded by Tucker. Brooks outside. To the middle. Here's McCormick. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Now, here's Tucker. Brooks covering. Back to Tucker. Has to coordinate. Three-pointer. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Lets the three fly. They grab their own miss, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows? Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Stolen. Here's the break. Plays it up and banks it in.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Morgan the pass to Courtney. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. Courtney's got 5 points in the quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
From deep. And he gets it to go. Courtney's got 7.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
And so we conclude the first half. They lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Good evening.
Well, I think for the home team, not a lot of games left. They're definitely a playoff team. Question, can they contend for a title?
Well, and let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the visiting team. Low assist, and that's all for us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Courtney's gone 3 for 5 from the field. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
No coverage that time. He has 7.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Takes a 3. It's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point territory. Goes up again, and the layup by Mirotic. Mirotic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
On the wing, Bellinelli. To the right side. Clyburn. A 3 off the mark. To the wing right side. Lets it go from deep. No good that time.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Near the three-point line, it's Mirotic. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Away team foul. Shields. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Bellinelli from downtown. Kept alive. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Bellinelli's got 5 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Paul Morrow's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Here's Sangelia. Good on the three-point shot. Sangelia's got 14 points for the game.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Hackett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Offline with the baseline jumper.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
From outside the arc. Rebound by Sangelia.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pass to Morrow. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And the basket by Sangelia.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
And over the last 2 years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Hackett. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Leaving the defender behind. That's a hard screen to fight through. Somebody needs to talk to him.
Here's Tucker. Driving to the basket.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Buries it from three-point range.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Here's Morgan. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Gozier. Inside. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Tucker. And Tucker slams it in.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Courtney grabs the board. Here's Morgan. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Zizic. Pass to Courtney. Now, here's Tucker. 5 to shoot. Here's Morgan. Drops one in from the wing. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Misses the deep three-point attempt. Morgan's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. And Brooks, here we go. And he lays it straight in.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Brooks has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's Morgan. McCormick with the rebound. Morgan's gone 1 of 5 from deep. Here's Gozier. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Brooks outside. He doesn't hit that one. Here's Courtney. Back to Zizic. Hits the jumper in space.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And a miss there on the triple. Pass to McCormick. Brooks outside. The three-pointer no good. And so they get the victory here at home. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this
everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Here's Kalathis. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. James outside. Shot clock at 5. Off target with the 3. Fires from deep. James with the rebound. Picked his pocket. And he drives in. The shot's good. He's got 5. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Brown inside. He's off on that one.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Top of the key. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Knocks it down from distance.
Well, it took them 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
Out to the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And he goes in for the dunk.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. From outside, off the mark. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Allie, thank you. Defended by Brown. Jacks up a three, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The home team calls timeout.
Get ready for your dance team. And back to your home team dancers.
Off with the layup. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Mirotic.
Remaining the first 2 minutes.
The outside leaner. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Calathis. James outside. A minute 39 left in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pass to Mirotic. Here's Balmaro. 4 on the clock. Fires from the wing. Hauled in by Brown.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Back to Korkmaz. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw is good. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Brown. Inside. And he buries his first look.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
James outside. Lets the three fly. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pulls up on the wing. The shot off that time.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, 3 turnovers already, and some frustration starting to settle in. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Buries it from 3. He's got 6.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. They're up by 10. And we'll get the second quarter underway. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
To the right side. On the take. Outside for Brooks. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. The shot won't fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Corneli. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Off target from outside. Pass to Akobo. Takes the three. McCormick with the rebound. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Akobo. Diallo outside. Out to the right wing. Takes a three. McCormick with the rebound. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Diallo. Here's Akobo with the drive. Misses from close range. Covered by Diallo. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Akobo. Diallo outside. Here's Akobo to the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Here's the three. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Yep, that one goes.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Launches it. Second chance effort. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Top of the key jumper, no good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Over to the wing. Picked it. Here's Mata-Yunus. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Brooks with it. Diallo picks him up.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to Akobo. To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The first one falls.
Number 32. Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Uses the glass on the layup. Brooks has got his first 2 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Into the lane. And it's good. 2 points.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Team foul. Diallo. First personal foul. First team foul.
9 seconds left in the second quarter. He got it up. And that'll do it for the first half of play. They lead by 7. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks.
We expect them to come out and play well. They put on their work clothes. They're taking care of things. That's what good teams do.
This could. All right, let's switch it over. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. So it's the home team now. They trail by 7. Pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
Hauled in by Brown.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Kalathis. Still without a bucket. Back to Korkmaz. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Drills it from deep. He's got 9.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The 3. He drops it from range. Korkmaz has got 6 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's picked off. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
Here's Brown. Off target at the rim.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now.
Well, he is desperately trying to get something going, but this has not been his night. They need to consider making an adjustment.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. On Tuesday, and then on Friday, James deciding where to go with it. There's the 3. No good. James has gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Looking to get back on track. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
The layup misses. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Yes, it's good.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Pass to Korkmaz. Looking to win the run. It doesn't go for him. Korkmaz has gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Here's Bolmaro over James. Bolmaro no good. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kalathis. No made baskets yet. 5 to shoot. Wide open. Korkmaz no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
41 seconds left in the third. Count that bucket. Korkmaz has got 7 now in this quarter. Korkmaz has gone 3 of 7 shooting from the field.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.30 seconds left in the third quarter. Going inside. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Kalathis. There's the triple. And that'll do it for the third quarter. They're up by 8. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Brown. And there's the drive. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Korkmaz. And here's James. Lays it up and banks it in.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Down low. Oh, deflected. Mirotic. And he banks in the layup.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
In BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count. They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. From deep three-point land. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now. Here's Kalathis. James outside. The layup off target.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Check by James. Yes! He nails it! Here's Kalathis. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. There's the drive. Pass to McCormick. Here's Cornelie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul.
No good on the free throw.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Brooks. Here's McCormick. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. To the left side wing. Pass to Akobo. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. McCormick with a rebound. McCormick's got 4 rebounds now. Inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Brooks with the rebound.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're putting together another quality possession. They're taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Here's Matajunas. Here's Akobo. Second shot opportunity. The 3 ball. That shot missing. Covered by Diallo. 54 seconds left in the game. Nails it from 3.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
We're going the other way.
The away team.
Here's Brooks. Off target from 3-point range. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Driving inside. For 3, Diallo drills it from deep. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
The jumper from the wing off target. The visiting club takes the win on the road. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Let's go. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now here's James. Fabianis kicks to James. No good from outside. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, Coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Angelia. They set the pick. Right wing. Pass to Bellinelli. Offline with his three. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. And the layup is good. Brown's got his second basket.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Hackett, James covering. Hackett, the pass to Shingelli. Lets it go with a three. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The drive by James and the dunk by James.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Now here's James. Brown, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Basket counts.
The assist, Bellinelli.
And here is James. Here's Calathis. That's tipped. Clyburn. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Brown outside. Pass to Korkmaz. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. James finds Brown. And finished off by Brown.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Hackett, and he drives in. Can't get it to drop. Made 3, missed 2 from the field. Out left to the wing. Papagiannis passes to Coathus. This one for 3. Rebound by Shingelia. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. The 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Clyburn misses the 3. Here's Korkmaz. He has yet to score. Brown outside. Pass to James from 17 feet out. That shot off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Bellinelli bangs home the trifecta.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Outside, James fires from deep. The shot off that time. Here's Shingelia. No good with the triple. It'll count. And so the first quarter is in the books. They lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so and thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
We've got Zizic, and it's Morgan in at the point guard. And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one. Tucker inside. Diallo's there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Corniche. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
They set the screen. Morgan the pass to Zizic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Diallo inside. Misses from close range. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Tucker a screen. Pass to Zizic. Here's Courtney. Here's the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Good on the triple. Diallo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Monty Eunice. D right on him. Poked away. And here we go. Beyond the arc. Courtney, that's good. Courtney's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Courtney. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Morgan. Back to Tucker. Pass to Courtney. Here's Zizic. And that one is hammered home.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Moniunas. Rebounded by Tucker. Here's Morgan. No scoring in this one. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball?
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Diallo with it. Pass to Moniunas. 6 to shoot. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 6.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Takes it inside. Here's Courtney. Fires for 3. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. Here's Akobo. Off target from outside. And they're running. Back to Tucker. Down low. Pass to Morgan. To the inside. And Tucker kicks to Zizic. Lets the 3 fly. And they get it back.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Morgan. Still yet to score.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off.
And that one, good. So it's the visitors now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Tucker slams it in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Moniunas, no luck. Now Tucker. Here's Morgan. Oh, he got it to go!
How about that?
That, my friends, is a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer stings when it comes right at the end of the half.
And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
First shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please.
You take a look at the home team. They've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the visiting team. And that is it for halftime, folks.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Number 53. First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Goes back up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Coathis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Hackett, James covering. Pass to Singelia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things. Yeah, easy call.
First personal foul, second team foul.
He's off on the first.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taking 16 and 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Coathis passes to Korkmaz. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Singelia. He's got 10. Here he goes. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
James kicks to Brown. Here's Coathis. Misses the 3.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Hackett. James defending. Hackett. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Coathis. Makes it off the glass.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Hackett. James covering. From the arc. It's hauled in by Brown.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
James looking it over. Brown sets a screen for James. Out to the right wing. Brown outside. It's up a 3. James, no good. James has gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Here's Hackett. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Korkmaz. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Here's the break. Kleiber plays it up off the glass.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
1:05 left to play in the third. Brown right side. Back to Korkmaz. And the 3 off target. Now here's Bellinelli. Pass to Sangelia. Here's Papagiannis. Coathis dishes to Brown. The jump hook from past the arc. Can't hit that one. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Sangelia from outside off the mark.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Third team foul.
And the home team has possession. 17-point game. James, no good. Here's Sangelia. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 17. And fourth quarter basketball. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Coathis in at the 2 guard. To the wing right side. Papagiannis passes to James. Takes the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Hackett's James covering. Pass to Sangelia. Stolen away. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Brown inside. Rebound by Sangelia.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Goes up on the wing. Coathis, no luck. Coathis has gone only 1 of 7 here from the field. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Going inside. Has to coordinate. Tucker with the ball. Here's Coordinate. From deep. The shot that time, not on target. Oniutis in the post. Corniche, the pass to Okobo. Rebounded by Tucker. Pass to Zizic. Here's Morgan.
Home team foul. Number 32. First personal foul. Second team foul.
They set the pick. Launches a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Now, here's Tucker. Defense right on him. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And it's Okobo missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
2 minutes.
Over to the wing. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And they're able to recover. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Diallo. It's tipped. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Tucker. Buries the long-range jumper. What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
Monaco in the post. Out to the right wing. Here's a Kobo, guarded by Tucker. Shot clock at 5. Back to Monaco. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Tucker. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
That one good for 2.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's a Kobo. No good on the 3. Here's Courtney. He's guarded by Diallo. Pass to Tucker. Here's Zizic to the right side. Morgan the pass to Tucker. Fires from way outside. And they recover it. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road.